So we are live today. It's Thursday. It's 11-ish. Almost made it right at 11. And we are here to talk about your Teen Lit Thursday selections. So it's a pretty good size new release week.
I thought there wasn't going to be much because next week is like huge, but there's actually some really good stuff that I have been hearing a lot of buzz about that is now like, oh, book birthday.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge week. So if you guys have never joined us before, I'm Shannon. I'm the young adult specialist. I work with the teen press corps and all throughout the teen lit world here at BookPeople.
I'm Lola. I'm a bookseller, and I specialize, I guess, in kids area, but I also am newly a master of literature.
Yay! Congrats, Lola!
And comics and children's lit are my two main areas of research. So I'm a nerd professionally.
Who doesn't want to be a nerd professionally? I am a nerd professionally.
Professional nerds. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. And like we said, it's a big book birthday week for a lot of people, including our YA Buzz book. So really excited to have our Buzz book come out this week. And did it kick us on to the thing? Did it show up? We're trying to pull it up to make sure that your comments and everything are being seen, so that way if you guys have any questions or any thoughts about the books, you can let us know while we're watching. And
oh yeah, it says it right.
Perfect. Yes, it does. All right. So if you guys have any questions, comments, any concerns, obviously I have Facebook open because you can hear it. Lola does as well, so we'll pop in and check on that every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at myself, looking at my computer.
And you're like, Inception!
I was like, I shouldn't be at that angle. That's not attractive.
It's fine. So anyway, guys, today is a huge day, not just in the book world, but just a 2-second thing since we brought up the fact that we're comic book nerds. Today is Infinity War, so
yeah.
10 years in the making. We have a huge movie. So
biggest crossover event ever,
supposedly. I mean, I guess it's true. There's like a world of movies that are all coming together into one. So we are really excited.
World of movies about dudes.
World of movies about dudes. Yeah,
it.
we'll get there. that's a whole nother live stream. But we just wanted to come in, get you guys excited about some cool things going on today, and let you know what's out. So I guess we should start on that end of the table and work our way in, which is never in the order that my live stream notes are. So that's always good. I think you started with Stay Sweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you guys love summer reading, this is going to be one of them.
Adorable. Dear Molly, according to current wedding etiquette, couples have 1 year from the date of their nuptials to send thank you cards. I'm embarrassed it's taken a full year to write this note, especially when your present was far and away my favorite of all the gifts we received. Blah, blah, blah. That sounds cute.
It's going to be one of those super adorable summer books. First of all, it's got ice cream on the cover, so you know it's already delicious. But this is going to be, it's Siobhan Vivian, and it's Summer in Sand Lake isn't complete without a trip to the Mead Creamery, the local ice cream stand founded in 1944. And the ice cream was invented, which is really cute, to cheer the lady who invented the ice cream. She invented it to cheer up her lovesick girlfriends while all the boys were away at war in the 1940s, which is the cutest story for an ice cream shop.
This cover is so cute. It wraps all the way around. So there's like one friend and one...
Is there anything when you undress it?
No.
But so this has always been...
It's very cute and pink.
It's just got a little bit of like texture. But this stand in the book has always been owned and managed exclusively by local girls who inevitably become best friends. 17-year-old Amelia and her best friend Kate have worked at the stand every summer for the past 3 years, and Amelia is now head girl at the stand. When Molly passes away before Amelia even has her first day in charge, Amelia isn't sure how the stand can go on. That is, until Molly's grandnephew Grady arrives and asks Amelia to stay on to help continue the business. But Grady's got some changes in mind. So, there's a boy coming in to ruin everything at the ice cream stand. So, but this is actually, it's going to be, there's going to be a super cute love story. It's going to be a light summer read. And there's ice cream. Like, I feel like you need to take this to a gelato shop and read it because it's going to be something that's perfect.
This would be so cute to do, like, a photo shoot with.
Oh, absolutely. Like, ice cream everywhere. But this is, I think, like, if you have a couple friends and, like, a couple girlfriends, you should read this book, then go out for gelato and have book club. Like that's
I've actually given book recommendations to like girls before who were like best friends and like wanted to read the same book, and it was
this
it's like
one.
the cutest thing ever.
This is the one. You and all of your friends should make this your summer read, and y'all should go do cute, adorable. I'm gonna like say, I mean, obviously Amy's ice cream is great, but if you guys want gelato, go to Teo.
I love it. It has like little
the
letters embedded, and it looks.
And I think the letters
cute.
are all from Molly, which is the lady who started the ice cream store in 1944.
Aww.
So it's super cute. You guys pick this book up. It's gonna be your summer read. Like I'm already calling it. It's gonna be the cute, adorable read of the summer. So it's gotta happen.
Well designed.
So yes. Let's see. What do we got next? Oh yeah.
More summer romance.
More summer romance. Summer romance and second chances.
It's the season. My favorite season.
I know. I love summer romance books like nobody's business. Like I call it the Taylor Swift of book world, like where it's all like happy, like great little cheesy love stories that you can get through in like a couple hours basically. Mm-hmm. And I love them all. They are, if I went to the beach, they would be my beach reads. But also I don't like to take books to the beach because I'm scared they'll get dirty. But I do take them to the pool because they don't necessarily get in the water. So like I can take them to the pool and then like.
I don't know. I read in the bathtub a lot.
I can't do that. I'm scared. My mom used to ruin my books. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching. But my mom used to borrow my books as a teenager and like as a kid, and she would read them in the bathtub and ruin them. So I'm anti-book in the bathtub.
I dropped a book in the bathtub once, and it was mine.
I was scarred for life. But this book, Love Songs and Other Lies, it's 2 years after rock song-worthy heartbreak. Virginia Miller is looking forward to fun, carefree summer. Her friends just landed a spot on a battling band's reality show, and V is looking to join her dream internship on tour. Oh my gosh.
I feel like we should be playing like team bingo with this. Like, there's an internship, there's a reality show, there's someone in a band, there's heartbreak.
There's Team Z.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you could do, if you were talking about books you could do photo shoots with, like I won a paparazzi style photo shoot with this book. Also, the photos on the cover are really cute.
They're cute.
Yes, this is like, like
little Polaroids.
Like the theme is like apparently like the crush, like her first love is trying to win her back and like all of this stuff, and she's gonna have to give up her own secrets to save his. Like I don't really know where she's going with this, but she might break his heart. It says breaking V's heart was never Cam's plan. That he so I'm like, let's see if she breaks his heart in return. Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens. Or if they're gonna get back together. But things are getting crazy. He's the big shot movie star. She's the one that's working for the production company and everything. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God. Can he rewrite their love song with the whole world watching? That's so precious.
I'm gonna say no, but I'm guessing he does, and I bet it's super cute. Hijinks will definitely ensue, and I think this is gonna be. Like I said, these are the books that get me every time, and this one, it's about cute music, romance. Like I think there's not enough stories about like girls and like the famous musicians or boys and the famous musicians.
They're so cute.
Like where is the? Oh, that is really. Wait, I want to see it again. Look at how cute that is.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna recreate all these pictures this summer.
And I'm sorry, but Polaroids don't do this. Looks like an Instagram filter.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I think with the new Polaroid cameras, they have like built-in filters.
What?
I think so. I think you can filter, but also, yeah, there's also like software that you can make your photo look like it was a Polaroid. So it could be either one. But I mean, obviously these are not actual Polaroids. These are pictures that were digitally imposed onto a cover. But is there anything if you undress it?
We gotta undress all the books.
Yeah, you always had to. No, but that's really pretty writing. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited because Cheesy Romance Summer. I can't wait to see how many more come out this summer. Guys, I'm going to tell you about all of them because I'm going to fall in love with every single one of them. And I'm going to be like, I know what happens.
We do like a wrap-up before summer like best summer romances.
Oh, for sure. And the Teen Press Corps is going to be doing their summer picks coming up soon. And they'll also do like their, there'll be like their future summer picks that they haven't read yet. And then they'll be doing their things that like they've loved every summer, and they always do some super cute post about that. So if you guys don't follow the Teen Press Corps blog, you can go to bookpeople.com and click on the teen page, and then you can click on the Teen Press Corps blog from there. We're also on Tumblr and posting things there. So they post pictures, they post reviews, and then we'll be doing a lot of videos on.
I checked it out the other day and was like,
I know. I need to post a lot more stuff with them. We do a lot of talking about cool stuff, and we've got a lot of stuff in the works. So there'll be some cool videos coming from me and the Teen Press Corps. So keep an eye out on that. A prom to remember, because you can't get to summer without passing through prom. So this book.
This is so cute. I love illustrated covers.
I love that it looks like a prom.
But it's kind of like the letters are.
It looks like prom decoration
because
it's got just enough of that foil that like it sparkles like a prom decoration does. I love it so much. And this is a Swoon Reads Star. So if you guys don't know Swoon, it's
so good.
It's a great place. Like if you guys are writing novels, if you're working on a manuscript, you can actually go to swoonreads.com and you can post up your manuscript on there, and then it kind of works like a Wattpad kind of place, but not only are fans and other community members reading your book, but so are the publishers and the editors from this publishing house. So you can actually go in there and post it. And so this is Sandy Hall is one of the a Swoon Reads stars. She's been with Swoon Reads for a while. It's great. They have all these wonderful things. And this is a heartwarming novel with a hilarious teen milestone that everybody can relate to. Whether you loved or hated prom, everybody has a story. Whether your story, I was gonna say sometimes your story is I didn't go because I don't like prom. This is one of those great ways. Everybody has a prom story. I even have an 8th grade prom story where I didn't go to 8th grade prom because I didn't get the dress that I wanted.
From a small town, we don't have things like junior prom and 8th grade prom.
We didn't have. We only had one in high school, and I'm from San Antonio, but we didn't have multiple years. In fact, the juniors pay for the seniors prom, which is total crap. But I was never a junior, so it didn't affect me. So I didn't care. But we had one in 8th grade because my 8th grade, my middle school, treated everything it was a magnet school. We were bussed in, so everything. And we had a dance every month for fundraisers. And so we had one in 8th grade, and I remember being so excited about it. But the dress I wanted was triple the amount of the dress that I actually wore to my prom in high school. And I was like, I can't afford this. And my mom was like, well, you have to buy it yourself. And I was like, I'm just not going to go. And so I made all these plans with everybody else who was not going to go. And guess who went by themselves to all their plans? But it's cool because my dad and I lived across the street from a movie theater. And we totally went and saw all the movies at the movies that day. So.
You're so Jughead.
Me?
Yes.
Man.
I feel like that's such a Jughead thing to do. Arrange an alternate prom and then end up going to the movies.
And then just going to the movies. We probably ate hamburgers too, if that helps. I'm sure we did, but they were probably McDonald's hamburgers, so it wasn't Jughead thing. Which, speaking of, I make a new burger every week, and somebody just told me I need to create a Jughead cookbook with all of my hamburgers because I create a new hamburger every week. So
what?
Yeah.
You create a new hamburger?
A new style of hamburger every week. Yes, that is what I cook. But
Shannon's Burgers instead of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Do you watch Bob's Burgers?
I don't. I can't stand his voice. I'm sorry, Internet. Please don't hate me. I don't like his voice.
So
I can't. His voice. I can't watch Archer either, just for the record.
I don't like Archer.
Sorry, Internet. I know you love them. But anyway.
I hate Archer.
Prom to remember. It's great. It's got, I know, because we can usually get off track. There are, 6 different people's view on prom that play into this book, which I love because it's kind of I'm all in favor of anything Breakfast Clubby. And so I love when it's the high school stories and it's 6 different people who don't go together, come together to do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, what is the thing? I don't even care.
Oh my God.
I'm here for it.
I just watched a Netflix movie, a teen, straight to Netflix movie called F Prom. That was the same thing.
Yeah. See? I love it. And that's kind of what this is. It's funny. It gives you a cinematic look at the biggest dance of every high schooler's life. We've got our anti-prom. We've got our people who are half of one of the cutest couples in class. We've got the loners. I love that there's unnamed nerd girl number 3.
Yeah.
That's yes. I'm ready to see where I want to see unnamed nerd girl number 3 win everything. I want her to be prom queen. In fact, I'm voting for unnamed nerd girl number 3 to be prom queen. So if that's you, congratulations, you've got my vote. So what do we got next? Oh, we're going to skip to, wait, we're not going to do that yet because that's exciting and we're going to wait. So, speaking of exciting things that I should wait on, but I'm not going to, Leah on the Offbeat is out. What? Woo! So if you guys are fans of Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda or the Love, Simon movie, guess what? We've got a sequel for you. Becky Albertalli actually just released this week, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's a signed first edition. What? BookPeople signed edition. So if you guys love that, this is actually Leah's story. So if you've read Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda, you know Leah is one of his best friends in his best friend group. She's the best at making birthdays awesome. I want Leah to plan my birthday this year, but you have to wear a hat to get cake, so maybe not. Actually, I'm all for wearing stupid birthday party hats, just so you guys know.
I love that the best friend, because like the best friend is like a big trope, and I love that the best friend is getting her own story.
Yeah, and I love, like, Leah is, what I love about Leah is she is not, like, she's not an outcast, but she's not, like, in either. She's kind of just, like, she's kind of just one of those people who, like, she could be anybody. Like, you don't really, like, she's kind of in love with, like, you think she, like, from Simon's point of view, you know, we kind of see her, like, in love with Nick, and we kind of see, like, her, you know, like, relationship dramas going up and down through there, but we've only seen it through Simon's point of view, and what I love about it is that Leah is, for those who don't know, Leah is bisexual, and she doesn't really talk about it with anybody, and that's kind of what I love about Becky's books, like, the way she did it with Simon. We see Simon struggle back and forth over and over again with whether or not to tell people. And, you know, at the very beginning, like the first page, somebody finds out about Simon being gay, and Simon has to, like, struggle with that, like, whole concept. And I love that this is Leah, her duality and, like, where she fits in society, like, for what Simon was seeing actually comes into play with the fact that she's hiding that she, like, has all of this internal duality that she's warring with, and so it's really great to see. And
I'm excited. I can't wait to read it.
I know, and Becky does such a good job of not making it feel like just like I'm writing about this because somebody needs to write about it. Yeah. It's like I'm writing about this because this is this character's story, and it feels so genuine and true. And so
there's also nothing wrong with the first thing,
right?
You know, because we do need more stories.
Right, like that is also true. But when they do it just to follow a formula, you can feel that, and I feel like Becky's books don't feel like that, and It's fantastic, and I love that this is like blurb.
She's the right person.
She is
write
the right
a book
person
about that because we need a book about it.
And Stephanie Perkins said she couldn't stop hugging this book, and when Stephanie Perkins hugs a book, I want to hug the book because I want to hug everything that like Stephanie Perkins loves because speaking of all of the cheesy summer romance, I am obsessed with Stephanie Perkins. So it's going to be amazing. Speaking of Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, for those of you who are adults who read teen, and by adults, I mean, guys, if you're, like, legally considered an adult, so 17, 18, still technically counts as an adult, and you would like to continue to read YA for the rest of your life, I have the perfect way for you to do that. The first Wednesday of every month, which just happens to be this Wednesday coming up, we talk about YA books in an adult, like, book club. And it's called Second Star to the Right. You can join us here on Facebook. There's a Facebook group for it. You can also check out the event stuff on the BookPeople Facebook page, and the BookPeople actual website. But we are doing Simon versus Homo Sapiens Agenda this upcoming Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I am bringing Oreos. So just saying, there's a Whole Foods across the street. If I forget, I will for sure have Oreos here to talk about Simon. So definitely join us for that because it's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, we have a book in a series that's been going a really long time.
Really popular.
Every time another one comes out, I'm like, oh my God, it's still happening. Because I'm super behind. I read the first one and I got lost. And not in the book. The book is well written. I got lost in how many books I had to read, and I've never made it all the way through. But this is now number 6 in the program series. So Suzanne Young, who is also another adorable human being, is on book 6, and you can see all of them right there.
I like the cover design for all of them.
Me too. They're simple, which goes with the program. And see, even like the book is just like super stark white, which I would put all of these on my bookshelf if they all had that perfect spine like that. But at this point, we're trying to figure out how do you go back to a life you can't remember. This is the sixth novel, like I said, and every cure has a cost. After being in the program or being monitored by the program, Tatum has witnessed, that things aren't always necessarily better when you go back. Her boyfriend was quote unquote cured and changed and erased, and now, or he was changed and erased, and now even with the cure, she, like Wes, has just paid like this huge price, and she's not sure how it's gonna work. And she thought that this is like what she needed most, a promise for Wes to get better forgotten memories, but the procedure goes wrong, and everything gets messed up because that's how you tell a story.
Everything goes wrong.
Everything goes wrong, and you figure out how to get back from there. And this was supposed to be the book where we found out that you could get back. And so that's actually what I love most about it, is this is supposed to be the one where it's like, oh, like, you can, there is a cure. You can get back. And it's like,
what you think.
Yeah, and I love that Suzanne's like, oh, I'm going to call the book about getting everything fixed, the complications, so you know that it's not a one-off, like, cure. Like, just coming in from the very beginning, like, hey, guys, this is the book where we give you the cure. Mm-hmm. It's the complication, so you know it's not going to go well. And I'm really excited. Yeah, well titled. I'm really excited to see where Suzanne takes this story. I was just going to say I can't wait for them to all come out and trade, but that's not a thing, guys. Books don't do that. When I get behind on comics, I'm like, I can't wait for the trade. So I was like, I can't wait for... No, that's not a thing.
Trade paperback.
Yeah. It's you buy the books, Shannon, individually. It's just how that works. Do you want to do...
finally fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do this one.
We went to sci-fi.
So if you're a big fan of Red Queen, and An Ember in the Ashes, this is your new read. This is what you should be getting. I love that, like, let's address it.
Yeah, it's like, if it's a fantasy, like...
Nothing fancy. But the cover itself is gorgeous. Look at I like that it looks, like, darker.
I was going to say, it looks like the Red Queen covers mixed with the Three Dark Crowns covers.
Yes. If Red Queen and Three Dark Crowns had a baby, this would be it.
That's actually a really good description of this book, too. If Red Queen and Three Dark Crowns had a baby.
Princess, prisoner, orphan, rebel. It's like all of the, like, best things in one.
Yeah.
I like this. Ash Princess is a smart feminist twist on a traditional tale of a fallen heroine with plenty of court intrigue, love, and lies to sweeten the deal. Good luck putting this one down.
And she's actually called a vengeful princess all the time, so it really does. Like, it does feel like Red Queen and Three Dark Crowns, and a little bit of Marie Lou's Young Elites, because the hero, like the protagonist, has that like spiteful, vengeful feel. So like, I mean, I don't think we went like that far necessarily with how bad. Like,
for 10 years, the Ash Princess has seen her land pillaged and her people enslaved. That all here.
Yeah, like it says she's
chills.
Wounded, driven, and deadly.
I love it.
That's
kind of a theme in my brain just died. What was the sci-fi one? Victoria
Schwab's?
No. Veronica Roth.
Oh, Veronica Roth.
Her new one.
Yes. So, I mean, you just talked about it.
I know,
now
I can't.
Carve the Mark series?
Carve the Mark. That's like the main girl character in that one is also like darker and...
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I love it because we've had the princess story. We've had the long-lost princesses.
Women can be angry,
we've
too.
Had this, yes, and they can be vengeful and deadly and dark and it not have to, like, be a thing. And I love that they're giving these women the chance to be these powerful, like, bad guy, like, anti-hero.
I'm
like,
excited
anywhere
about
in
this.
there. So, yeah, and it's anything like that. It's gonna be
Last year, I tried to read a similar, like, it was marketed as adult fantasy, but it was like a princess that was born into a different family. But like, I just ever liked the main character. She was not, like, driven and kind of naive. And I was just like, who is supposed to like this book? I don't know. So this sounds way better.
I'm excited. And speaking of...
YA is better.
Speaking of strong females in fantasy worlds, I'm so excited about this book. This is one of the most anticipated books of 2018, and it is because it's part Wonder Woman, part Vikings. Yes, Sky in the Deep. I am so excited. Like, the people, first of all, guys, Roshni Chokshi, like, did the blurb on the back of the book, which means I automatically think this book is better than anything else. And Renee Adaya did the one on the front, and those are two of my favorite fantasy writers of all time.
It's a great way to figure out if that's
if you're gonna put my two people on the cover, like, yes, please. So this is she was raised to be a warrior. Oh, it's been.
That's interesting because that's not the name of the book. It says Breathe Fire. What does that mean? I'm intrigued.
That's actually like the tagline, and it's originally written in like the Norse writing, and then it's translated into like the Breathe Fire and like all the tagline stuff. But she was raised to be a warrior, and she's fighting alongside her clansmen in an ancient rivalry against the Riki clan. Her life is brutal but simple, fight and survive, until the day she sees the impossible on the battlefield. Her brother, fighting with the enemy, the brother she watched die 5 years ago. Faced with her brother's betrayal, she must survive the winter in the mountains with the Riki in a village where every neighbor is an enemy, every battle scar possibly one she delivered. But when the Riki village is raided by a ruthless clan thought to be legend, she's even more desperate to get back to her family. But she's given no choice. Her brother's friend, who sees her as a threat, they must do the impossible, unite the clans to fight together or risk being slaughtered one by one. So it's a huge, awesome thing, and that's why
It's got a lot of, like, Scottish kind of stuff going on, too.
Maybe it's Scottish, but they said Vikings, so I assume Norse, but it might actually be.
Well, I definitely get the Vikings, because that's one reason I like watching Vikings, is because his wife is like, I'm going to fight with you.
Yeah.
I don't care what your opinion is.
Yeah, and that's what I love, and she's got all the cool Viking, like, braids and everything, so this is one of those, like, I have a feeling...
like a history mashup.
I have a feeling that I'm going to read this book, and then this is going to be my cosplay for TTBF. Like, I feel like I'm going to want to be her all the time. So if you are a fan of women kicking butt and fantasy worlds, and I have a feeling like this Breathe Fire thing, like I'm waiting for the magical element. I mean, it's in the fantasy section. It's marketed as a teen fantasy.
It's so interesting that there's no mention of what the fantasy is.
Nothing about what fantasy is, which makes it even more like, I have to read this book because I need to know what it is.
Does she breathe fire?
I don't know. What if she's a dragon? Like, these are the things that I need to know.
No.
I don't know. There could be, like, it could be the
best thing.
What if she's a dragon? Because, like,
something about the battlefield, like,
this is like How to Train Your Dragon, like Viking lore. So I'm like, what if like she is a dragon? I mean, she could just find a dragon. What if it's just a teen version of How to Train Your Dragon? I'm okay with that. Does Jay Baruchel read like any of it? Because like that would be amazing. But seriously,
I really love the Netflix
shows for How to Train
the Race to the Edge or whatever. We've now watched all 6 seasons with my kids. And I'm always the one that's like, hey, do you want to watch dragons? Let's watch more dragons. I need to know what happens.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't know what it is, guys. I can't tell you because I don't know yet. And I really need to know. So tune in next week when one of us is probably
already with the Sky. I think she's a dragon. I think you're right.
She's a dragon. It's been a while since we've had a book where somebody turned into a dragon. So I'm kind of like all here for that, and I really hope that's what it is. Guys, if she doesn't turn into a dragon, it's not my fault. I didn't say she did. I just said that's what I want.
I have to read it.
So tune in next week or the week after when one or both of us will have already read this book, and we'll be talking about nothing but whether or not she's a dragon.
I'm like really trying to resist the urge to like flip through it.
You can't start now. You can start after we turn the camera off. Okay. Because I probably won't see. Other than that, guys, we also have our YA Buzz Book for the month. It's so late in the month. I usually pick something that, I don't pick it. The Teen Press Corps picks it. But we usually pick something that comes out at the beginning of the month. So you can, come check it out all month long. But this book was so, we were so obsessed with it that we were like, we don't care. This is going to be, the one. And
I've been hearing stuff about about it on Twitter for like ages. I thought it had
Yeah.
already come out, actually.
I mean, a lot of people did, and I was surprised, like, because I think
Oh, maybe because it looks really similar to that
the previous one. Yes. And
Oh, wait, are they related?
I don't know if they're connected to it. I think they're just like companion books. Like Caleb does. Caleb's last book was his debut
how nifty
novel.
is that design?
Yeah, guys, this is super cool. All the side, the book is stuff is on
And
the
so,
side.
like, usually it looks like this.
Which, was there anything? Nope, nothing. But, so Caleb does this. I talked about this last week and I think a couple other times this year already. But the market for teen thriller is really growing. We're starting to see a lot more thrillers and mysteries come up in YA, which I feel like Caleb is really nailing that. His last mystery, which was his first book, was actually a BuzzFeed Best YA novel of 2016. It was Pace Magazine's Best YA novel. Kirkus gave it one of the best of 2016. So he has had major buzz around his mystery writing skills. And this thriller is another one. I'm just going to read you what Ivy from the Teen Press Corps said, because if there's ever a chance to tell you what Ivy said versus what I said, I'm going to let her do it. She's way better with words than me. So Ivy, our Teen Press Corps member, said, "This book is like Adam Silvera wrote a season of Riverdale, but with more drug dealers and fewer redheads. Anyone who likes a good team drama, lots of entertaining and original murder suspects, and getting secondhand anxiety from incredible stressful situations will be sure to have a terrifyingly good time reading White Rabbit."
Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Like I said, Ivy, man, she says it best every time. So if
more drug dealers and fewer redheads.
More drug dealers and fewer redheads. So if you are a fan of Riverdale and you are thinking when you watch Riverdale, this definitely needs more drug dealers, this is your book. But it's gonna be an absolute like crazy adventure. It's thriller. It's scary. Like because of how in depth it gets. There's a reappearance of an ex-boyfriend. There's which by the way, it's Rufus' ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. I noticed that. I thought that was really cute.
Super excited about that.
And I love that it's not a big deal. It's just like
it's just like, hey, Rufus' ex-boyfriend is back, and you're like, yeah, already here for this. And then Rufus' sister calls for help, and they find her drenched in blood, holding a knife beside the dead body of her boyfriend Fox. April swears she didn't kill Fox, and he knows her well enough to believe her because, well, it's his sister. But they, don't really know where this is going to go. So Rufus has one night to basically clear his sister's name or die trying. And I'm so excited about this. This is going to be one intense, crazy night. I have this problem when I read mystery, thriller, like horror books, that I almost always read them when I'm home alone, and then I have like anxiety for the rest of the night. I read There's Someone Inside Your House at home alone, and the front door opened, and I was like, oh my god! And then I was like, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. I knew this was going to happen. I heard the keys in the door. Like, I know that the person lives here, but I still panicked, and it was great. And that wasn't the worst scary, like the most scary. Like, this is going to be way scarier, I have a feeling, because it's like real life, like teen version of How to Catch a Murderer or something. Like Riverdale with more drug dealers and fewer redheads. I mean, I can't say it any better than that. So that is actually our YA Buzz book for the month. So you guys should definitely come check it out.
It feels meaty.
Yeah. We do have one more book. It came out a while back, but we didn't have it in the day it came out. And I just needed to tell you guys that it exists now. This is for everyone.
Literally, it's so well titled. Like, just anyone and everyone should read it.
You should. And this is Jason Reynolds at his most Jason Reynolds. Like, if you guys have never read Jason Reynolds, this is the truest voice you are ever going to hear in a book. It's so realistic. It's so wonderful. And he really does speak to everybody in the world when he writes, and it's so great. And Lola's gonna find a part 3. So this was the poem that he originally did at the Kennedy Center for the president, correct? I believe so. I think that's how that originally started. And then it turned into a book from there. If I recall, that is the way that went down. But Jason Reynolds, a marvelous, marvelous poet, grew up wanting to be Queen Latifah and decided the way to do that was to write poetry. And he's just changing the word.
Y'all don't judge if I cry.
Lola's going to read you guys something.
Because I definitely, when I first read it, was just like, at the end, I was just like, oh, you're talking to me. Dear Dreamer, this letter is being written from a place of raw honesty and love, but not at all a place of expertise on how to make your dreams come true. I don't know nothing about that. I haven't gone through it all and come out on the other side, pinned with a blue ribbon, draped in a victor's sash, or dollar bills, or even unshakable happiness. In fact, I have yet to see my own dreams made tangible. This letter is being written from the inside, from the front line and the fault line, from the uncertain thick of it all, from a man with a straight line mouth and an ego with a slow leak. From a man doing it the only way he knows how, splitting his cries and his smiles right down the middle, swallowing his moonshine mistakes, while in the sunlight his sweat irrigates his life, and that life he, like you, has been tilling, hoping there's a harvest coming. It's so good. It's so good.
Guys,
there's like 3 sections, and like it's just, this is the kind of book that you need any kind of creative, or even any kind of person who is a person who lives their life with passion, needs on their desk.
If you are looking for a graduation gift to
Yes.
give to students this year, this is it. This is the graduation gift. This is the teen, like the modern teen equivalent of the places you'll go.
Yes.
So
the modern person equivalent.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, honestly, absolutely. This is the modern equivalent of the places you'll go. So everybody pick up for everyone. It says it already. It's already got your name on it because you, in fact, are everyone. And other than that, guys, like we said, join us on Wednesday at 7 in this room, 3rd floor at BookPeople. We will be talking about Simon versus Homo sapiens agenda, and we will be eating Oreos, which I feel is really important, even if you didn't read Simon. Who doesn't love Oreos? There's actually an email from Simon talking about how Oreos are a major food group and the only one that matters. And he goes through an entire diet of Oreos, and as somebody who had at least 4 bowls of Oreos this weekend, I feel like Simon's on the right path. So come join us for that. Check out the Teen Thursday blog, which will be going up today, featuring all of these.
Saturday, Independent Bookstore Day.
Saturday's Independent Bookstore Day.
The book crawl.
Yes.
So all day you can go from bookstore to bookstore, and there's tons and tons of awesome events happening at BookPeople. So be sure to end here.
I believe there's a book swap going on. So,
a book swap? What?
Yeah. So check out the BookPeople Facebook or web page or website so you can see more details. And I
That's
believe
what makes BookPeople so awesome, because it's a bookstore, but they're like, we just love books and people who love books, so let's have a book swap in our bookstore.
It's going to be insane. And Independent Bookstore Day is always a ton of fun, and it's free to come. And there's like prizes and stuff.
Fun free all day. And the book crawl works in that, like, you go to at least 3 places, take pictures, send them in, and then you get entered into a drawing. There are 3 amazing prizes, and all 3 of the winners get like tons of free books. Like, we had all these people donate free books. So just Saturday is the day.
That's the day. So come be a part of that, and then check out all of the other cool events coming up on the BookPeople page. There's always new events being announced. You can also pick up one of our awesome newsletters anytime you're in the store, because they have a complete calendar of everything going on at the store. And this is April. May should be dropping pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
this weekend probably.
Probably, yeah. So check it out, and there's some really cool, amazing.
There's an event almost like every day.
There actually pretty much is. Yes. So if we don't see you guys in the store, we'll see you next Thursday here on the interwebs talking about.
Next week is so big.
All of the books, guys. Like every book in the world comes out next week or pretty soon, because summer reading time. So bring your notepads, bring your pens, get ready to take notes on what you're going to need to read this summer. Lola will sing for you some more if you show up next week. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next time.